The examiner only mentioned 3 rules, which means as long as you don't break those rules, everything else is allowed. So he casually stood up and started shadowboxing. The guard didn't react at all, so he got even bolder. He started greeting the other candidates like it was nothing, because the rule only said, you can't talk to the examiner or the guards. It never said, you can't talk to each other. Once the others realized it was allowed, they all started talking too, and they began brainstorming. Why is the test paper blank? Then Lisa stood up. She said, what if the paper is made with some kind of chemical? Maybe the question only appears under certain light. Everyone thought she might be right, so they held the paper close to the ceiling lights. But nothing happened. Then Mike said, maybe it needs special light, like UV or infrared. But there wasn't any of that in the room. At the same time, a blonde woman noticed something on the wall, emergency lights. To test the theory, they smashed one of the lights. And seconds later, a blue emergency light turned on. They thought, this is it, now we'll see the question. But after testing, the paper was still completely blank. Kevin thought they picked the wrong color. Maybe there were other lights in the room. Then Boa, who was super observant, pointed something out. There was another light tube on the wall that hadn't turned on yet. That gave them hope. So they smashed that emergency light too. And the room lit up with a warm yellow glow. But sadly, the paper still didn't change. And then they noticed Paul. Since the moment they entered the room, Paul hadn't stood up even once. So they asked him why. Paul looked at them and said something strange. What they didn't realize was that Paul had just revealed the secret of the blank paper.